Sup, my dudes, Valk here. Today I'm going to be checking out the new leaderboard, or what I believe would be the new leaderboard meta team. The only ones that you could probably get away with swapping out, I would say, is Gojo. You could probably swap out Gojo for somebody else. Maybe like Witch Knight for the slow, but I do believe having like multiple Gojos, one for slow, one for knockback, and one for Cosmic is going to be really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and run this today, and we're going to see how good this team does into just like a random endless, random infinite. So let's go ahead, endless mode, random enemy. We're going to lock it up. We're going to go normal. And maybe this goes good, maybe it goes bad. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go, but this is going to be very similar to other runs I've ran with this. And just trying to see, the whole goal is to let Toji scale up, and then for the end game, let Sombra ramp up to a point where you have double nukes, to a point where you can get your base health really, really high, so you can then use Angel to nuke them once with the 10 billion damage nuke, and then go ahead and use Sombra to nuke immediately after to try to get as high a score as possible. So this will be really interesting to see exactly how this plays out. I really have no idea how this is going to go. It could go really good, could go really bad. We're gonna see. Like, we could die like instantly. That'd be really funny, but I kind of hope that's not the case. So let's see, we're going to do this. We're going to put Toji down here. Toji Fushiguro. Alright, and then we hit... I want to say, do I just hit ready on this? I'll probably put Sombra here, just to be safe. Because Sombra's going to be in a good spot there. There we'll be able to actually control some stuff. See what he does. We're going to put auto skip on. We're going to make sure to have auto skip pretty much the whole time. The only thing we got to do is get Toji ramped up before the flying enemies hit. You'll notice, though, we don't bring Oshi. We don't ever bring Oshi to this. Oshi would be nice, but you reach a point where you just don't need any money. And if you don't need any money, then there's no real point in bringing Oshi. So we want to get our range up. We want to get our attack up. We want to just kind of keep scaling. We want to kind of keep it pushing. That way we can get to a point where we can hit hills. Now that we have hills, we're in a good spot. Now we just want to max out Toji before we do literally anything else. Once Toji's maxed, we can start looking to other things. We don't really care about Sombra yet, not until they start stacking. We do want to start getting our CC down whenever Toji's maxed, and get Uta down so we can have our damage buffs up. Those are really, really important. Getting Uta down as quickly as possible is going to be really big. And speaking of which, I'll probably start working on Uta the second I actually get Toji to a point where he is just dominating. So... Toji's there. I'm waiting for the big 100k upgrade. Then I'll put down Uta and start working on that. I'll start placing all the units down, one of at least. Alright, so we buffed the range again. We got Uta. We're going to pop her buff. And then we're going to put another Uta down. Now we're going to pay attention to this Uta's buff. Pay attention to the buff timing. We're setting up timings while we're doing this, while we're waiting on money. Alright, now we do this. We have this buff up. Now we can put this third one down, and we don't ever activate the buff on that one. So next up is going to be Angel. Angel's going to be right here. We're going to put Angel there. Angel doesn't really do any damage, so we're not going to worry about Angel too much. And then Shanksu. We're going to put the Shanks down. Where am I feeling with Shanks? Feeling kind of here, right? Yeah. I'm going to put Shanks here. 1, 2, and 3. And then for Gojo, we're going to do 1, 2 on Gojo, and then we're going to come back here with the last Gojo right here. Alright, cool. So that should be everybody down at max. Yeah, we got everybody down on the ground. So now we just need to get our money up, get our funny up, and just get our damage up really, really high. And then we're going to go from there. Because once this is done, we're going to start working on Uta. We're going to max out both the Utas that are buffing. That way they can continue to carry and continue to scale and do damage as well as buff stuff up. Actually, I'll probably max out Shanks next, because the Uta is buffing up the Shanks, buffing up everybody already, so I don't need to worry about that too much. I just need Fushiguro to keep doing good damage like he's doing. So we're almost there to where he's maxed out. Once he's maxed out, you guys can see Hunter's doing its job. Hunter's doing a really good job. Hunter passive is very, very strong, extremely strong passive. Alright, there we go. Now he's maxed out. Now he's really going to start ramping up. So now we can take Shanks and start upgrading Shanks, getting Shanks up. And once we get the Shanks up to where they're cycling their stuns, we'll be in a really good spot. So we're going to go ahead and get Shanks one more upgrade, and Shanks will be cycling stuns. Really, really good. So now that that's a thing, we're going to keep upping range until we get it to the point where we're just maxing, or we're doing all that. Alright. I do need to start working on Sombra right after this. Well, I need to do this, and I need to do the Utas, and I need to start working on Sombra. There's an order to things. So, now that that's done, because we're not really using Shanks for his damage, right? That's not really why he's here. Although his damage is nice. That's not what he's here for. Alright, so now we're going to do this. Alright, so now that we got this going, we're going to hit auto. We're going to wait for it to cycle. And about now, auto, wait for it to cycle. And then about now, here, auto, wait for it to cycle. Okay, so now we want to max out these two Utas to make sure their range covers everybody, so everybody's able to get some of these buffs. Because next we're going from the Uta straight to Lord Sombra. We should max out the Gojos, honestly. Because Lord Sombra, we really don't... He's going to be like one of the last things we do. Because we just need the damage buffs first. Okay, so next we do the Gojos. Yeah, Gojos would be better. The reason you want to do your like big damage like Lord Sombra last is because Lord Sombra just wants total damage dealt. And it's not going to be hard for him to do whenever he's doing a bajillion damage. We're going to ahead and just do an attack. I'm pretty sure I got enough range and everything now, alright? That covers everything, that covers everything. I do need a couple more range. Alright, so yeah, I'll pick the range after. Alright. Who's that working on? You? Yeah, you. Alright, so 2 more, and we're going to keep it on slow. Make sure he does slow and keeps the slow going. Alright, so I want to keep him on slow. I'm going to take a range here. Come here. And then we're going to go ahead, level this up. Alright, we're going to level this up. We're getting there. We're almost there. But you can see why we don't bring Oshi. You last so long normally. At least normally, you last so long that you can basically just stall out. Alright, so now we have red for knockback. Double click it just to make sure. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick Sombra. And we're going to start leveling him up. Alright, cool. So now whenever Sombra gets his 300 million, we're going to activate Recovery Atomic. And we definitely want to get this up as high as possible, as quick as possible, etc., etc. So we're going to see how high we can actually push the scoreboard with this team on a random unit as far as a solo player goes. It's going to be pretty interesting because this is definitely... I mean, you could probably replace Gojo with Shinji, and I think it would be a little bit more of a meta team. Shinji with his nuke would be really, really nice. And his ability to just constantly pull stuff back would probably be like a better option than Gojo. But either way, this team is just going to be absolutely absurd. Coming into the end and getting a ton of score because we're going to have 2 very, very large nukes. It's going to be pretty massive. So... Now we're just kind of waiting to get our attack up and fulfill the attack. I can probably pop this just to get some damage in. So now that we got that damage, we're going to keep it pushing. We're just going to keep everything going. We're just waiting on this very last upgrade. Probably 1 more to range. Ain't going to hurt none. Alright. So now we definitely want to do I Am Recovery Atomic next. That's going to be the next one we definitely want to do. And then after that, we'll probably be popping All Range. Or we're going to be popping Fallen Angel next. Probably something like that. Looking at it, I might want to start investing in Angel soon. We'll see. Angel doesn't need a ton of upgrades, so... I don't know. I still have Void also. Void's going to be pretty big. Still have Void. Void's really massive. So we're going to do this just to make sure everybody has enough range. And now I start working on Angel because we want to get Angel up and going. And this will be pretty big too. So we definitely want to activate Recovery Atomic the second we can. So I'll need to make sure I click them. Because we're getting to a point where we're definitely going to want that here in a second. So, I Am Recovery Atomic. 6 billion health now. And now we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll get our range up. And we're just going to kind of keep hanging out, because now that we got that going, now we can start doing a good percentage HP damage with this Gojo. We're going to get this Gojo up, and we're going to get him to Cosmic. We're going to have this Gojo go to the line, which is why we stuck him all the way over here, so he can get the line. Alright, and now we have this. Turn you purple. Click you again. Yeah, you have Cosmic. Alright, cool. So now we kind of just wait for either Recovery Atomic again, or we're going to go with the 6 build HP nuke, 1 and 2. What I'll probably end up hitting, I'll probably be waiting for too much enemy, and then I'll probably hit Recovery Atomic into Angel first, and then use Void to stagger the rest. Okay. So now I'm going to use Recovery Atomic the second I can. That's going to get me a ton of health, and then I'm going to use Angel's ability, and then I'm going to use Void to stagger. Actually, we might be able to clear this out, to be honest. We'll see. Because we're doing a really good job of stalling right now. I only want to burn this if I have to, because it's such a powerful ability. So, we'll see. I still have Void, so I might just use Void here in a second, just to time stop them. Okay, so now that Void's time stopping, we're going to be good to go for a second, and hopefully we're able to go ahead and just knock them all down before anything. Yeah, you guys can see we're able to actually kill them all. Pretty dope, pretty pog. I do want to make sure we fully wipe before we do anything, so we can move on from that. Alright, you're fully maxed out now, which means the only thing left to fully max out is Uta. Uta and Shanks, that is. Now I got the Shanks as the max. Alright, cool. So, now we're still going. Still trucking, 7.2 million score. Not bad, not bad. Nothing like super crazy yet. But we also haven't done the big nukes that we're about to do. So we're about to do some massive nuking. I do want to hit another Recovery Atomic. Might as well, because, hey, 47 billion HP sounds good to me. So, there's a max of 10 billion here, so we're not going to be able to get max. So, whenever it says it's too much damage, that's whenever we're about to crank this and just blast them all away. Oh, not too much damage, too much enemy. Alright, let's skip. I want to try to get as many enemies on the board as possible. So we're going to skip and just let them start racking up. Alright, too much enemy. Boop. There we go. Dope. So now we have the last one. We're just going to be stalling out for all range atomic. And before they hit us, we do want to be doing all range atomic. So that's going to be pretty big. We're just going to recover some HP real quick. We could start sacrificing our HP. But no, we do want to just wait on all range atomic. That way we can get that one, that nuke going. And yeah, this is pretty much it. It's pretty much the game plan. You could constantly be buffing by using 10 year for 10% HP. You could constantly be doing that, but nah. It's not really a point whenever they have this much health. Like, there's not really, whenever the enemies are this tanky, there's not really a point in doing something like that. I'm just waiting to see if I can wear them down enough to go ahead and skip before I activate all range. Because all range is going to be my next pop. Definitely going to be using all range soon to kind of see exactly where to go. I'm not going to lie, I think Duoma does better than this team. Looking at it now, because I was able to reach a 10 million score with Duoma. Let me just activate all range. I couldn't skip. I was wanting to skip, but it wasn't letting me skip waves. I think Duoma might do better than this double nuking team. Genuinely. So here you can see with the 10 year, I go to 4 million attack stat. It's nothing crazy. It's why I wasn't worried about it from the get-go. You can see Toshi's at a 30 million attack stat. Yeah, 29.7 million. But we're at a point now where nobody's really killing anything. He's got 52 billion damage because Cosmic is doing percent HP. Compare that to the other two. You guys can see why he's doing so much damage. 3.62 billion on the knockback. 28 billion on the slow. Yeah, you guys get the idea. So, the slow is full AoE. This is circle. Circle, circle, full AoE. 260, what was it? 262 billion damage? 270 billion damage on him? Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so now we're kind of just going until we die. We kind of exhausted all of our resources. Void Tech is available in another 110 seconds, but it's not going to last. So, I'm going to be real with you guys. I thought Fallen Angel would really change the meta, but I still think the meta is going to be like Turbo Feed Duoma. Because I think Duoma being able to get to like a crazy attack stat, like 30, 60 million, something like that, with Freeze too, is just insane. And I think Duoma is still probably the stronger leaderboard team. I think if you're pushing for leaderboard, Duoma is actually probably going to be your better bet. Because you can have multiple people take their extra resources. Like, you can have everybody run Oshi. You can have everybody bring Oshi instead of Uta. You do sacrifice a little bit of buff. But sacrificing that little bit of buff gives everybody extra income so they can help feed up the Duoma and last a really long time. And Duoma is going to absolutely carry and just nuke everything. So, I don't know. I think Duoma is the better leaderboard setup, but that's just me. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This seems very, very strong, as you guys can see. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.